Welcome back to Group Theory Part 6. Today we will cover the permutations and permutation group. What is permutations? Suppose S is a finite set having n distinct elements, distinct elements, then a 1-1 mapping of S itself onto itself is called a permutation of degree n, of degree n. What is the degree of any permutation? The number of elements in finite set F is known as the degree of permutation. So what is actually permutation? If we define a permutation function F, it is S into itself S, means domain and codomain both are S. What is meaning here? If we define in the set form, let S is a set of n distinct elements A1, A2, An. Distinct elements A1, A2, An. And F be a map from S to S. And suppose F is 1-1 and onto. 1-1 and onto. 1-1 onto means you better understand. If you see the set relation lecture, S is here, S is here, and 1-1 onto means for every element of domain, we have image here. We have image here. Some call it as B1, B2, Bn. What is B1, B2, Bn? If A1, A2, An. B1, B2, Bn is nothing else. It is actually A1, A2, An, but some arrangements. B1, B2, Bn are elements of S only, but some arrangement. What type of arrangement I am calling here? Suppose S is 1, 2, 3, and you define a function 1, 2, 3. Here 1 may be going to 2 is going to 1, and 3 is going to 2. 3 is going to 3. So it can be a arrangement. There can be more than one arrangement. We will see that how many arrangements are possible. Actually, we are dealing with permutations, but the elements are same. A1, A2, A3. Then this is also belongs to set S, but some arrangement B1, B2, Bn are nothing else. These are only elements of A1, A2, An, but some positions is changed here. So we write this like in manner. If what is going here, if A1 is going to B1, suppose A2 is going to B2 and An is going to Bn, then we can write A1 map is A1 is mapped with B1, A2 mapped with B2, and so on, An mapped with Bn. So F is permutation here. So F permutation can be written as this is the notation. We write first row like this A1, A2, An, and then write the map here B1, B2, and Bn. This F, maybe many arrangements are possible here. How many arrangements are possible? Can you tell me? Yes, you can think properly. Suppose you have two elements, A1, A2. Then you can generalize the result. This is your B1, B2. A1 has two choices. A1 has how many choices? Two. It can go with B1 or B2. Suppose, and A2 has only one choice because one choice is already blocked by A1. If you suppose you shift A1 to B1, then A2 has only one choice. So in the two element case, if S has only two elements, you have two arrangements, means two permutations. Two permutations. Okay. First permutation is like this. And second, can you tell me A1, A2? It will be B2, B1, then it will be A1, B2 and A2, B1. If you have three elements, A1, A2, A3, here B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3 are nothing else, it's only some arrangement of A1, A2, A3. So A1 has now three choices, A2 has two choices, A3 has one choices. So factorial 3. So 1, 1 and 2 maps, you know very well, number of 1, 1 and 2 maps are in a set which cardinality is 1 n, and 1, 1, 1 and 2 maps are factorial n. I think you know it very well. So I'm going to write a result here. If S is a finite set having n distinct elements, then we shall have factorial n distinct arrangements, and arrangements are only called permutations. You know very well. Arrangement is called permutations of the elements of S. So you have factorial n permutations. For example, if you take S equal to 1, 2, 3, can you tell me what are the arrangement possible? Okay, I am writing first F1. 1, 2, 3. 1 is going to 1, 2 is going to 2, 3 is going to 3. Second arrangement, 1, 2, 3 is not going to be changed in the first row. 1 is going to 1, but 2 is going to 3, 3 is going to 2. F3 is arrangement, next arrangement, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm putting here 2, it is 1, 3. F4, I'm fixing first element only. 2, it is 3, 1. Here 2 is fixed, here 2 is fixed. Now F5, 1, 2, 3. 3 there, 1, 2. F6, 1, 2, 3 there, 2, 1. So you have three elements. It means you have factorial 3 arrangements. That will be 6 arrangements. So these are the 6 permutations are possible. Can you tell me how many permutations are possible for set 1, 2, 3, 4? It will be 4 factorial, 24 cases are possible. Okay. So this is the permutation. Now let's see some theory of permutations. First result is, if I'm taking the set Pn be the set consisting of all permutations of degree n, then the set Pn will have, I already discussed, factorial n distinct elements. The set Pn is called as symmetric set of permutations of degree n. Can you tell me what is P3? P3 I have defined as equal to over 1, 2, 3. When 3 elements are there, you have 6 cases, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. So when you make the arrangements F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, if you write in the set form to these permutations, you will get a new notation, that is, I'm representing here Pn. For 3, it will be P3. So you have 6 cases here. Next definition I'm going to discuss here, identity permutation. Identity permutation. If I is a permutation of degree n such that I replaces each element by the element itself. You know very well I map from S to S, and if it map only suppose 1, 2, 3, and so on n, then 1 map with 1, 2 map with 3, 3 map with 3, and map with n. Or if you write A1, A2, An, then A1 mapped with A1, A2 mapped with An, and An mapped with An. So in this case, this is actually identity map. Identity. 1 is mapped with 1, 2 is mapped with 2, 3 is mapped with identical, we can say. So this is identity permutation. Next is product of two permutations. This is very important. Product of two permutations. This is important article. The product or composition. The product or composition of two permutations F and G of degree n denoted by F into G is defined as, see carefully, if F permutation is given as A1, A2, An, A1 mapped with B1, A2 mapped with B2, and An mapped with Bn. And G permutation is B1, B2, Bn, C1, C2, Cn. Remember this. If you are multiplying two permutations, then this second column, second row must be identical with the first row of second permutation. Then only you can multiply, like matrices. Then F into G will be, see carefully, A1, F first row will be here. First row will look like same. Now, A1 mapped with B1 and B1 mapped with C1. So A1, C1. A2 mapped with B2, B2 mapped with C2. So A2, C2. And An mapped with Bn, Bn mapped with Cn. So An, Cn. This will be the product. One important point I want to discuss here. Product of two permutation is not commutative. Let's see one example. Suppose F is 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, and G is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Actually, I want to tell that's need not be necessary identical. Yeah, please correct my sentence. Need not be necessary. This is identical to this, because this is some arrangement of these elements only. So need not be identical. Elements will be same here also. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1. Some arrangement can be given of the elements of set S only. So need not be identical. Please correct in the previous product. Need not be identical, because the arrangement is same only. Now if you multiply F and G, F first row will be same. 1, 2, 3. Write the first row of F. Now 1 mapped with 1 and here 1 mapped with 2. So 1 is going to 2. 2 is going to 3 and 3 is going to 1. Okay. 3 is going to 2 and 2 is going to 3. So we will write 3 here. This is F into G. Can you define me GF? Yeah, write the first row of G here. That will be 1, 2, 3. If you are writing GF, then first row of G. 1 is going to 2. Now we will see from G and we will see come up to F here. And 2 is going to 3. So it will be 1, 3. 2 is going to 3. 3 is going to 2. So it will be 2. 3 is going to 1. 1 is going to 1. Can you see, is this FG and GF are equal? No, FG and GF are not equal. Because if you assume Fg as a H function, H1 function, and this is as a H2 function, can you tell me H1 equal to H2, not H1 equal to X2? Because here 1 is mapped with 2, here 1 is mapped with 3. So in general, in general, product of permutation is not commutative. So when you will prove the abelian group, this property will be fail, not commutative. Now, let's see the group of permutation. Group of permutations. The set Pn, I already discussed what is set Pn. Pn is the set of all permutations. Of all permutations on n symbols, that can be 1, 2, 3 or A1, A2, An, is a finite group of order factorial n, because there are factorial n elements in the set Pn, with respect to composition of mapping, composition of mapping or product of mapping as the operation, as the operation. Remember point, for n less than equal to 2, if there are only 2 or less than 2 elements in the set S, then there will be obviously factorial 2, it is always 2, so Pn will be also less than equal to 2. Then this group Pn is abelian, it will be abelian, means product will commute. But for n greater than 2, it is always non-abelian group, non-abelian group. Okay, I am taking one example here for 3 cross 3. That will help you a lot in the proving of group. So that the P3 is actually set of all permutation over 3 symbols. And if there are 3 symbols, then there will be factorial. 3 means 6 elements in the Pn. So that the set P3 of all permutations on 3 symbols on set S equal to 1, 2, 3 is a finite non-abelian group, finite non-abelian group of order 6, with respect to permutation multiplication or composition of mapping, permutation multiplication. Let's see the solution. So you know very well P3 is nothing else, it is actually F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. So there are 6 elements, so we can make a composition table. Yes, make a composition table. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. This is your, call it as star operation. Product multiplication is star operation here. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. If you multiply F1 with F1, because this is identity map, so you will get the same elements only, F4, F5, F6. Here you will get F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. I am going to complete one for you. Rest you can complete by yourself only. Okay. Suppose you want to fill the map of F2 with respect to F2. F2 with F2. F2 is actually 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Okay. F2 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. Now F2 into F2. If you multiply F2 into F2, what will be? Can you tell me F2 into F2? It will be star multiplication because operation is star, I am assuming here. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Now 1 is going to 1, 1 is going to 1. Okay. 2 is going to 3, 3 is going to 2. 2 is going to 3, 3 is going to 2. 3 is going to 2, 2 is going to 3. Okay, then it is nothing else, it is equal to F1 only. So F2 into F2 is F1 here. Now multiply F2 into F3. So you multiply all these set, you will get the elements of these, out of these only, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. So you can see that all the elements of the composition table belongs to set S only. So this will form a group, and F1 will be the identity element because you are getting the same column mirror image here. And for finding the inverse, you will just circle the F1 elements and you will get the inverse. F2 inverse is F2, F1 inverse is F1, maybe F3 inverse is not some other element, maybe F4, F5, F6, I don't know. It can be F3 also. So I am giving you as a homework to complete this problem now, because I have already discussed this type of problem in composition table lecture. Okay, next I am taking here, next theory I am taking, cyclic permutations. Cyclic permutations. A permutation is called a cyclic permutation if and only if it has a single non-trivial cycle. What is a non-trivial cycle? A cycle of length greater than 1. So how to break in cycles? For example, let you have a permutation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 7. So one is mapped with set AS is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There will be factorial 7 arrangements. I am taking one particular arrangement this. So for writing it in cycles, we write like this. 1 is mapped with 4. So we'll start with 1. 1 is mapped with 4. Okay. Then 4 is mapped with 1. So it is breaking. We will break it like now, because it is coming again 1. Now start with 2 is mapped with 3 and 3 is mapped with 2. 2, 3 we will write, then 3, 2, so break those. Now 4, 1 is already covered. Okay. 5 is mapped with 6. Okay. 6 is mapped with 6. And this is 7. So this is cycle of length 1. Length 1 cycle you can need not be written in the form of product of cycle. This is a cycle of length 2. This is a cycle of length 2. This is cycle of length 2. So we have a cycle of length 2 that is greater than 1. So this is a cyclic permutation. Cyclic permutation. Except identity, every permutation is cyclic. Okay. For example, if you take one more example, suppose you have a cycle is given 1, 3, 4, 2, 6 over set S 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a cyclic permutation. F is a cyclic permutation of length. Can you tell me the length here? There are 5 elements, so length will be 5. Length will be 5. Now, If you want to make the permutation, how to make the permutation using the cycle? How to make permutation? I'm telling you very important result is write F, write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which element is missing here? 5 is missing from set S, then 5 must go to 5 because if 5 is missing, it means 5 is a cycle of length 1 only. That's a trivial cycle, and trivial cycle need not be written, may not be written. It is understood. So now 1 is going to 3. So 1 is going to 3. Very good. 3 is going to 4. 3 is going to 4. 4 is going to 2. Very good. 2 is going to 6. Then 6 is going to 1. It will be cyclic. 6 is going to 1. So this is the permutation for which you are rewriting the cycle of length 5 here. So from permutation you can write the cycle, and from cycle you can write the permutation. If this permutation is given, you can write the cycle. How? 1 is going to 3, 3 is going to 4, 4 is going to 2, 2 is going to 6, and 6 is going to 1. So it will be break actually, and 5 is 5, so need not be written. Next definition is transposition. Transposition. A cycle of length 2 is called a transposition. Transposition. Suppose you have a permutation 1, 2, 3 and you write 1, 3, 2. So it can be written as 1 is going to 1, so no need to write. 2 is going to 3, 3 is going to 2. So it is a transposition because you are getting a cycle of length 2. It's a transposition. Okay. What about G? 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2. 1 is going to 3, 3 is going to 2. So it is not a transposition. But we can break in the product of transposition. That we will discuss later. That we can break in the product of transposition. But in particular, it is not a transposition. Let's see the next topic, that is called multiplication of cycles. There are many tricks are given, but the tricks are very confusing. So I will suggest to all of you follow these trick only for multiplication of cycles. Let a finite set S is given, which consists 6 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 cycles are given. F is given 1, 2, 3. And second is given you G as 5, 6, 4, 1. And product is asked. What will be the product of these 2 cycles? First cycle is of length 3. Second cycle is of length 4. Now, how to write here? 1, 2, 3. Write first element same. 5, 6. Here also write G 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because these all permutations are defined on set S only. So we will write the first row from the elements of set S only. Write all the elements of set S. Now see F. 1 is going to 2. 2 is going to 3. 3 is coming to 1. Next elements are not given, but the set has 6 elements. F has only 3 elements. It means remaining 3 elements are trivial cycles, means mapped into itself only. 4 mapped with 4, 5 mapped with 5, 6 mapped with 6. Now see G. Which elements are not given? 2 and 3 are not given. Right here. 2 mapped with 3, 3 mapped with 3. You can see here. 4, 5, 6 are not given. So 4, 5, 6 written here. Now 5 mapped with 6. 6 mapped with 4. 4 mapped with 1. 1 mapped with 5. So this is the F and G permutation. So firstly write the permutation from the given cycle. Now we multiply. First row will be same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now see, 1 is going to 2. 2 is going to 2. Okay. 2 is going to 3. 3 is going to 3. 3 is going to 1. 1 is going to 5. 4 is going to 4, 4 is going to 1, 5 is going to 5, 5 is going to 6, 6 is going to 6, 6 is going to 4. Okay. You can write in the product of cycle also. 1 is going to 2, 2 is going to 3, 3 is going to 5, 5 is going to 6, 6 is going to 4. This is a cycle of length 6. So product is coming of length 6 here. Now next definition is disjoint cycles. Two cycles are said to be disjoint if they have no element in common. No element in common. For example, F is 1, 2 and G is 5, 6. These are two disjoint cycles. Next definition is order of permutation. Suppose you have many disjoint cycles and order of permutation is asked, that is nothing else LCM of all disjoint cycles, length of all disjoint cycle. For example, suppose a set S is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and one permutation is given as a product of disjoint cycle 1, 5, 7, 2, 3, 6, 8, suppose 7, 8 up to 8 elements. So what is the order of this permutation? Order of permutation. It will be the LCM of disjoint cycles. It says LCM of 3 and it LCM of 4. So 3 and 4 LCM is 12. So the order of this permutation is 12. 12. Order of this permutation is 12. What is the meaning of order? If you take the 12th power of this particular element, suppose this permutation is F actually, not Pn, F. If you make the power 12, means if you multiply F 12 times, 12 times, you will get the identity permutation, because I defined the definition. Order of any element is F to the power n equal to identity. In the sense of addition, it is Nf equal to identity. So if you are interested to find the order of any permutation, that is equal to LCM of disjoint cycles. So write it firstly in the product of disjoint cycle, then take the LCM. So how to write in the product of disjoint cycle? Now I'm going to see this. But always cannot be. Always you cannot write in the product of disjoint cycles. So in that case, you have to product F into F into F into F. You have to use that method only. But in the disjoint cycle case, you can take directly LCM. That is a shortcut method only. One more important remark, if you have on disjoint cycles, if F and G are disjoint cycles, then Fg is commutative to Gf with respect to permutation multiplication. But this will work only when F and G are disjoint cycles. How to find the inverse of cyclic permutations? Inverse of cyclic permutations. Inverse of any function I did not discuss here, but you can see here. If you have a cycle, F equal to 1, 2, not 1, 2, 3, and so on n. And if you want to find the F inverse, that will be n minus 1, and so on to 1. What is meaning here? If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, then F inverse will be actually 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is very important result. It will help you in the proving group theory, group result. Inverse of product of cyclic permutations. This is again a good topic. If F and G are any two cycles, then F into G inverse is equal to G inverse F inverse. If you generalize this result for n permutations F1, F2, Fn inverse, that will be equal to Fn inverse, Fn minus 1 inverse up to F2 inverse, F1 inverse, and so on. Let's see one example. If you want to find the inverse of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 6 inverse. Suppose there are 3 disjoint cycles and you want 3, may not be disjoint, 3 cyclic permutations actually, not taking disjoint here. And if you want the inverse of this will be equal to 2, 6 inverse, just use this result from backside. 4, 5 inverse and 1, 2, 3 inverse. Can you tell me what will be the 2, 6 inverse? It will be 6, 2 only. Just change the order from backside. 5, 4. This will be 3, 2, 1. Now you can multiply it. This is actually inverse of this product FGH if you suppose. Then FGH inverse will be H inverse, G inverse, F inverse. If you want, you can write in the form of, if your set S is 1, 2 up to 6, you can write it in permutation form 3 permutation FGH, and you can multiply also if you are interested. One important result, every permutation, yeah, I already just told this, can be expressed as a product of disjoint cycles. I am giving this problem as a homework. Complete this. Every permutation can be expressed as product of disjoint cycles. Disjoint cycles. I am telling here verification you can see the verification. Suppose F is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over the set S up to 1 to 9. 1 met with 2, 2 met with 3, 3, 1, 4, 4, 5, 8, 6, 6, 7, 9, 8, 7, and 9 remaining is 5. Okay. Then 1 is going to 2, 2 is going to 3, 3 is going to 1. So it will be break. 4, 4, no need to write. 5, 8, and 8, 7, 7, 9, 9, 5. So it will break. Now it is can be written as this also. And 6 is 6. So if you want, you can write 4, 6 also, but it is trivial actually. So this is also disjoint, this is also disjoint, this is also disjoint, this is disjoint, because no elements in common here. So every permutation can be expressed as a product of disjoint cycle. Now if you are in the form of disjoint cycle, you can find the order. What will be the order of this permutation? Order of F means for which power you will get identity. So LCM of all the disjoint cycles 3, 4, 1, 1. So it will be 12. So F to the power 12 you will get identity permutation actually. What is your identity permutation is 1 map with 1, 2 map with 3, 3 map with 3, like this type of identity permutation. So this is a very important result. Next definition is even and odd permutation. Even and odd permutations. A permutation is said to be even permutation if it can be expressed as a product of an even number of transpositions. What is transposition? I already told you, a cycle of length 2. Otherwise, it is called odd permutations. Odd permutation. Okay. Before that, let's see some corollary, some small results. First, a cycle of length n can be expressed as the product of n minus 1 transpositions. How to break it? Suppose you have a cycle of length 3 here, and if you want to break it in transpositions, can be written as 1 2 1 3. Remember, 1 2 start with first element 1 2, then 1 3. So this is if you multiply 1 2 1 3, you will get the same result. If you multiply these two cycles, you will get the same result 1 2 3. So this is the product of two transposition. So you can see it's a length of 3 and you are getting two transposition. And if you have two transposition, it will be an even permutation because it is a product of even number of transpositions. Okay. Suppose you have another f equal to 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 and next is 4 5. Can you break in transpositions? Yes. 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5. Okay, it can be 5, so 4 transpositions. You can see that 1 2 1 3 breaking up this and 4 5. How many transpositions are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So there are 7 transpositions. So it is a odd permutations. And breaking, I have already told you this type of method. If you multiply, you will get the same result here. Next corollary is identity permutation. Identity permutation, because the trivial cycles of length 1 is always an even permutation. Always remember this point. That's why even permutations form a group, because identity element belong to that group. Odd permutation do not form a group because identity element do not belong to our set of all permutations. Corollary 3. The product of two even permutations is even, like even functions 3a 3b. The product of two odd permutations is also even. See this, one even and one odd, product will be odd. Remember this. Next result is next theorem is, this is very important theorem, most important theorem of the n factorial permutations. Means we are talking about Pn set. N factorial by 2 half means are even and half n factorial by 2 are odd permutations. There are n factorial permutation over a set S which cardinality is n. Then you have half of them are even and half of them are odd permutations. Let's see one important remark here. If you make a set, the set An of all even permutations I already told you, the product of even number of transpositions of degree n over the set S, which cardinality is n, forms a finite group of order. Can you tell me the order? Factorial n by 2, because itne hi aap, this number only you will get the even number of permutations with respect to permutation composition, a permutation multiplication. Can you make this result? Can you comment this result for odd permutation? No, because there will no identity element in the odd permutation, but identity permutation is a even permutation. That's why set of even permutations form a group. So this is the ending of my lecture. I'm giving this remark as a proof. You can prove this. In the next lecture, we will see the cosets and Lagrange's theorem. Okay, thank you.